As the government shutdown, at least a partial one, enters its fifth week, the president now offering Democrats a deal to end it. So is a compromise more likely? Here to debate, CEO of Culture Intel and CN Plus, Lilly Gil Valletta, and former Democratic Minority Leader of the Ohio State Senate, Capri Cafaro. Good to see you both.
Absolutely. Good morning.
Thank you.
So, Capri, I wonder for you first, as a Democrat, what say you about the president's offer?
Look, I mean, this is something that if I were Nancy Pelosi, would probably try to find a way to make happen. So I think it's a good step in the right direction. What we've seen up to this point is no one willing to compromise at all. What I think it's right now, though, is that it's very difficult for Speaker Pelosi to retreat from the position that she's put herself in, because she's made the wall a moral issue. But you know what else is a moral issue? 800,000 people that are without pay, that are American citizens. So I think this is a good step in the right direction. But we also do need to remember that all the way back in 2017, there was a similar deal on the table in the United States Senate that failed because there wasn't enough Republican votes to get it done, because Republicans saw it as amnesty.
Well, Lil, as you listen to Capri, it should be obvious that Nancy Pelosi should come to the table, but it doesn't sound like she's giving the president a chance.
Nope.
I think this is a problem if we don't see a step forward. That's going to highlight that beyond the policy, it's about the person and the personality. We are hearing bullets that are right in line with things that both Democrats and Republicans can agree on. As an immigrant myself that has many friends that are DACA, that has employed H-1B visas, this is a right move forward. And it's a very important moment that is going to be very telling for voters in 2020 to see whether the best interest of all Americans are truly evaluated when making these kinds of decisions, and not just a political bias that is getting in the way of good decision making.
So, Capri, what is it going to take then? Because, yes, is the president dug in on a number, for example? He has not moved from $5.7 billion, at least in this tranche of spending. He'll certainly want more down the road, but he's been willing to say it doesn't have to be concrete. It could be a steel fence. It could be a steel barrier, whatever you call it. I'm flexible. And he's been flexible, as you noted, on reaching out to the DACA recipients, as the Democrats say they want. So why is it just no, no, no from your party?
Well, again, I think that the leadership in Washington has really painted themselves into a corner in the way that they have framed this debate, because they have made it a moral one rather than, a policy or nuanced issue. So, I mean, I think what it's going to have to take, and I think this is what may happen, is that the rank and file members on the Democratic side of the aisle are going to start to cave, because I think they're going to say enough is enough. February 1st, for example, SNAP benefits, food stamps are going to be in jeopardy. I think they're going to say, let's move forward and let's find a way to concurrently move the bill to open the government and move this forward. It's a win-win. And once rank and file start to cave, leadership is going to have to follow, and not vice versa.
And Lily, is that a nightmare scenario for Democrats, though, heading into 2020? Because we cited this NPR poll earlier. It had bad news for the president overall about the shutdown, but among Hispanics, the president is doing well, maybe because of the economy and maybe because he's trying to get a deal here.
Exactly. Jobs and the economy continues to be a #1 issue for all Americans. And I want to go back to the numbers. We actually run a big data study as of yesterday with 8.5 million data points, and 53% of all Americans are for some sort of border wall or security at the border. And that is going to be important. Also, we know 63% want some sort of a compromise. So this is not just the president's perspective. All of us want something that moves us forward.
Lily, Capri, we appreciate a reasonable, common sense discussion today. Thanks. I hope you have a good Sunday.
Absolutely. You too.
Thank you.